A small family, Ravi, Priya, and their 10-year-old daughter Aisha, decided to move into an old mansion they had recently bought. The mansion, located on the outskirts of the city, was surrounded by dense woods and was isolated from the rest of civilization. Ravi, a successful businessman, believed that this would be the perfect home for his family despite the mansion's old and somewhat eerie appearance. Upon entering the mansion, they were immediately struck by its beauty, with antique furniture, large rooms, and high ceilings. However, there was an unsettling air about the place, as if the walls held untold stories. The family shrugged it off, thinking it was just their imagination. However, as days passed, strange things began happening. Aisha started hearing unusual noises late at night, whispers, and soft footsteps. At first, Priya thought it was just her daughter's overactive imagination, but soon Aisha began to speak of seeing a woman crying in the darkness. "She talks to me, Mama," Aisha would say, making Priya uneasy. One evening, Ravi found an old, faded portrait in the attic. It was of a woman with sorrowful eyes. Her gaze seemed almost alive, filled with intense emotion. He didn't think much of it and hung it on the wall. But soon after, Ravi began experiencing strange events. He saw fleeting glimpses of the woman from the painting standing at the end of the hallway. Her eyes seemed to follow him wherever he went. Disturbed, he told Priya, but she dismissed it as a trick of the light or his imagination. Then one night, Ravi was in his room when he saw her standing right before him, her pale face illuminated by the moonlight. "Why are you here?" she asked in a cold, hollow voice. "This is my home, and you have no right to live here." Ravi, startled but trying to maintain composure, replied, "This is our home now. You cannot control us." The woman's expression twisted into a wicked grin. "You have no idea what you've awakened. This mansion was never meant for you. You will regret disturbing me." Priya and Ravi started investigating the mansion's history and learned about the tragic past it held. The mansion had once belonged to a royal family, and the woman in the portrait was Meera, the wife of the ruler. She had died under mysterious circumstances, betrayed by her husband. Her spirit, filled with vengeance, haunted the mansion, causing anyone who dared to live there to suffer her wrath. The haunting grew stronger as Aisha began acting strangely, speaking to an unseen presence and wandering the halls at night. One evening, she disappeared entirely. Panic-stricken, Ravi and Priya searched for her, calling her name desperately. Following a trail of eerie whispers, they found her at the heart of the mansion, in the room where the woman's spirit was said to reside. There they saw the ghostly figure of Meera reaching for Aisha, trying to pull her into the shadows. Priya screamed, rushing forward to save her daughter. But the ghostly force was too strong. "This child is mine now," the spirit hissed. "She will join me." Ravi, realizing that the only way to save Aisha and end the haunting was to confront the spirit, rushed to find a way to appease Meera's restless soul. In the mansion's old library, he uncovered an ancient ritual, a chant that could free the spirit from its torment. But time was running out. With a trembling voice, Ravi began chanting the words. The air grew colder, the walls creaked, and the ghost of Meera screamed in fury. The mansion trembled as if it were alive, but Ravi's voice grew stronger. Finally, with a deafening wail, the spirit of Meera was released, vanishing into the air. Aisha was freed, and the mansion fell silent. The family, though shaken, left the mansion behind. They never spoke of the events that transpired, but they knew one thing for sure. Some places are best left undisturbed. The mansion remained empty, its once vibrant halls now dark and still. But occasionally, on stormy nights, the faint sound of a woman's cry could still be heard, echoing from within the